Hello, hello, hello. How are you? This is Zel's coming to you from Beamer's Crafty Corner, and today we're going to talk. We're going to do something with our fibers. Okay. So this is part of my fiber collection, and it's real fun, and it's fluffy and fuzzy, and it's warm, and it's colorful, and it's bright, and so we're going to use some of these today. That's pretty. I like that. We're going to use some of these today to make a really big, full, fluffy, awesome, over-the-top tassel. Okay? So I'm going to get out some supplies, some basic supplies, and we're going to do this, okay? So I'm going to pick some of these and get them cut down and get some supplies out, and I'll be right back. Okay? All right, so first thing you're going to want is some fibers, or, and you can add some lace or some ribbon to this, and something to tie it with. I like to use the friendship bracelet cord, and because it comes in all different colors and you can put it on there. And then you're going to want some loops. Okay, so let's talk about, you're either going to want large jump rings, or you can even use like these small split key rings that you can find in the craft department, in the jewelry department, okay? So this is pretty easy to do, okay? Most of us know how to do this already, but, let's take a look. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to kind of put out, what we want as far as the materials we're going to use. And I'm going to use some of this ribbon. And I may not use, all that I cut for this, but I'm going to cut quite a bit of stuff because I want this to be really thick and full. And just so you know, I'm cutting this at 18 inches, give or take, because if I divide that in half, it'll give me about a 9-inch tassel, which will fit nicely on the side of just about any book that I make. Okay. I don't think I need any more ribbons, so I'm going to get rid of that. And then I'm just going to start adding more and more stuff here to my pile. Trying to keep it all generally the same length, And do a little bit more. Whoop. All right, so I'm going to continue to do this with all of these. And like I said, I'm going to try and keep them kind of to the same length. And I can take away, a little bit, and I can add a little bit. So I usually cut probably 3 to 4 pieces of each, depending upon how thick it is. Like if it's really thin, I will put like 4 or 5 pieces. But something that's like this, that's like 1/4 of an inch, 3 to 4 pieces works. Something like this, that's really super thin, I'm going to add a lot more. So we'll do 1, 2, and you need that texture, you need that difference of texture in this. Because you want it to be visually appealing, and you want it to have like good volume, and you want it to be fun. That's why we put tassels on things, That's why we add these danglies. And I always do them with jewelry, so this will be something different for me. And I'm going to keep that because it's actually a good piece that I could use to either tie, or I can put it in my little bits and bots. And then I've got this one. I love this. This is nice, thick, really soft, and it has a beautiful color. So I'm going to put that over there. And I think I'm going to do about 3 pieces of this. Whoop. Give or take, 3 pieces. I like that. That looks good. And then we're going to do this one, which is sort of kind of the same, but it's got some variegation in the color, and it's thinner. So we'll add that. And I'm not worried about the length here because I can trim all that later. What I'm worried about is just getting my pieces in. You know what? I'm going to do one more of those. And sometimes, you know, you have a thin piece, and that piece can take over the whole thing. So just kind of be wary. All right, I'm going to put this one in. Just don't be afraid of this. You know, fibers are fun, and they add a lot of visual interest to your project. So don't be afraid of them. Just start putting them in. Now this is the one I was talking about. Now this one could take over the whole thing. So we want to be a little bit careful with this one. We don't want to add too much, but we don't want too little. I think I'm going to do 3. Okay. I'm good with that. All right. So once I have them all, what I'm going to do is kind of find my middle and just pick it up and give it a test, you know? Is it right? Do I like it? And if I think it's okay, then I'm going to attach it to one of these rings. Now, I can put it on this ring, or I can put it on this ring. It's entirely up to me. But my secret for this is to open my ring. And remember, whenever we're using a jump ring, we go this way and not this way, okay? I pick this up and I spin it right where I'm going to be putting my loop. It just makes it easier to get it all into the loop, okay, onto the ring. So just spin this and put it as tight as I can. And then I pick up my loop and I just feed my loop around it. Boop. Once I have it all the way in there, then I just pinch the 2 sides back together. Okay. And then I'm just going to check to make sure that I got it, you know, about halfway. And then I have to tie this here so that it stays on, okay? Now, I could use a piece of what I've used. Hey, Harry. Harry likes tassels. Or I can use a piece of my friendship bracelet. And I'm going to use a piece of the friendship bracelet for this one, because I want that strength. What you doing, baby? What you doing? You just coming to see the mama? Yeah? All right. Harry, get down. Get down. You have to get down, baby. You have to get down. Thank you. All right. So now clamp. Okay, that holds everything down. And then I put it across my thread, bring my thread up, and I make a knot, just a simple knot, about where I think I want the top of this to be. And I kind of like that, maybe a little tighter, you know, like a little less. I'm thinking a little less. It's a little poofy at the top, you know? Okay. So I'm just going to loosen that up and just move it up a little bit. Just want it to be a little higher. Okay. There's my tassel. That's better. There we go. Okay, so I put one little knot in it. Now I've still got this in the clamp. Okay, so I'm going to put a second knot, nice and tight, and then I'm going to start wrapping. Okay. I'm going to leave myself about 2 inches, and then I'm going to go the other direction with the other string. And when I have about 2 inches of each left, I'm going to tie it again. Nice, simple square knot. And then I'm just going to cut those off. Take that off. And look at that, as Amy would say. It's so boho. Okay, let me get these all separated out. All right, so now I can take this and I can trim the bottom if I want. You know, just give it a little haircut. Even it out a little bit. This piece right here, don't like that. Gotta go. All right. And then, now I can decide what I'm going to do as far as attaching this. So, do I want to put it on a paper clip? If I do, how do I want to put that on a paper clip? Well, generally, I would say get a round nose set of pliers and put a small loop on this. We've done that before. I will try to remember to link the video below on how to do that. The other way is you could add it to one of these little book clips and then clip it on. I like to do this and then clip it on the spine. You could add another link to it and put a little lobster claw on it, and you could put it through a loop. Or, this is one of my personal favorites. I love these little bulldog clips. And they really are kind of perfect for this. You just add it onto a little bulldog, and then you can just clip it on to your project. All right. So that's it for the first one. And I'm not going to waste anybody's time doing a second one. I just wanted to show you guys, you know, how you can make a really quick, easy embellishment for the outside. You know, we spend a lot of time working on the inside of our journals. This is something you can put on the outside of your journal. And let me grab one of these little journals and I will show you just how cute that can be. Right? Stinking adorable, isn't it? You can add some charms to this if you want to. You could put some like gold or silver into it if you wanted to, but you could certainly add a chain to it and add some charms. It's kind of endless what you could do with this, but that's a very simple, bulky tassel. Like I said, like the Amy would say, it's very boho. But that's it. That's really kind of the whole thing there, guys. So if you're new here and you haven't done so already, go and hit that button for me and subscribe. Like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends, and your friends can be my friends, and my friends can be your friends, and our friends can get to be friends. And before you know it, we have a giant crafting community. I go live on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. I post videos on Mondays and Wednesdays, and any other time that I feel like it. I have two things going on in 2022. The first of which is my free classes. I'm doing a series of free classes. So if you are interested in that, the best way to get information is when you ring that bell, make sure that you hit the all on the subscription, and that way you'll get the notification as soon as those classes are loaded. The other thing that I'm doing is my 12 of 22 journal challenge, and if you would like more information on that, you do not need to make 12 journals. If you'd like more information on that, go ahead down to the description box below, click on the link, and go over and check out the slideshow that I have prepared for you, and it'll give you all the information that you need. Until I see you again, stay well. Bye-bye.